Namaskar. Welcome to RBI Talks, Paisa to Policy, a podcast from Reserve Bank of India, where we try and demystify certain seemingly complex concepts related to banking. I am Avirat Mavinakudi, working with RBI and bringing to you in this episode, from the common man's point of view, a discussion and an explainer on one of the basic building blocks of banking, Know Your Customer, or KYC. Joining me in this is a fellow officer from RBI who is working in banking policy for the last 6 years and somebody who is quite passionate about improving and enhancing customers' experience with banks, Aditya Sood. Aditya, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Avirat, and namaskar to all our listeners.
Aditya, let's start with the very basics. What one is KYC?
Let me try and explain KYC with an analogy.
Right.
When you meet someone new,
Yes.
a neighbor, a colleague, what do you instinctively do?
So we generally tend to exchange basic information like our names, our jobs, where do we come from, etc.
Exactly. You are taking the first step to building a relationship by establishing your identity.
Right.
KYC is exactly that, but for your relationship with a financial institution.
Nice.
It's a process by which a bank, a mutual fund, or an insurer establishes who you are, where you live, and what you do before they can start dealing with you.
Okay.
It is a version of your official handshake with a financial institution.
That's very nice. That's beautiful. That's a nice way of remembering KYC. You said financial institutions. So in this episode, we will focus on the institutions in the banking sector and KYC for individuals like you and me.
Sure.
Okay. So a bank needs to know more about me before it starts dealing with me. But why? This does not happen anywhere else. When I go to a shop, the shopkeeper does not even want to know my name before selling his products to me. Why does the bank need to do this?
Very keen sense of observation, spot on. A shopkeeper will sell you biscuits, you'll both go your ways, no questions asked.
Yes.
But the relationship with the bank is a little bit more nuanced.
Okay.
Banks offer a bouquet of financial services and they deal with money.
Yes.
So trust in this entire relationship is very important. You as a customer need to trust the bank with your money, and the bank needs to be sure about your genuineness as well.
Right.
So think of KYC as a trusted bridge between the customer and the bank. That is why banks do KYC
Okay.
and ask the customers to give the prescribed documents.
Prescribed. So do you mean to say prescribed by Reserve Bank of India?
Yes, banks actually do KYC as per RBI guidelines, which are in line with the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Not just banks, even NBFCs, that is non-banking financial companies, also have to follow RBI's KYC guidelines.
Okay. So I understand why a bank needs to do this process. But what is the major and direct benefit for customer? Because why should one go through this hassle?
So through KYC, the bank has established who you are,
Yes.
which in turn ensures it can prevent any impersonation. This helps protect you from any fraudulent element doing a transaction in your name or maybe opening a bank account in your name, which can land you in all sorts of trouble.
So KYC as an exercise helps a bank in preventing identity theft. That is, somebody else trying to operate my account posing as me. Right.
Exactly. And that's why only 6 government-issued documents are accepted for KYC. These are what we call as OVD or officially valid documents. These are your Aadhaar, your voter identity card, your driving license, your passport, your Narega job card, or a letter issued by National Population Register. You would notice that all these documents carry your name, address, as well as your photograph.
Okay. So there are 6 documents which are prescribed. Should a customer provide all 6 of these?
No, only one of them.
Okay. Only one of these 6 OVDs has to be provided. Is there any preference?
No, there is no preference. It is left to the convenience of the customer.
Okay. Should an individual provide anything else other than one OVD to do KYC?
In addition to the OVD,
Yes.
individual also have to provide their PAN card. Let me preempt a question you're going to ask.
Yeah.
What if I don't have a PAN card? In such cases, the Income Tax Department has already prescribed an alternate Form 60, which can be submitted.
Okay. But Aditya, is that all? Because we sometimes hear that banks specifically ask for Aadhaar for KYC.
Aadhaar happens to be one out of the 6 OVDs which you can give about doing KYC. What is often confused or misinterpreted is, in case you're receiving any government benefits or subsidies, banks may ask for their Aadhaar to ensure there is no duplication of beneficiaries.
Okay, so this has been a very frequently asked question for us. You have clarified it very well. Now, from our discussion so far, I am quite convinced why KYC is so critical while opening bank account. Is it also mandatory in any other scenarios?
Yes, KYC is mandatory in 3 scenarios.
Okay.
1, when you're opening a new bank account. 2, if you're doing a transaction or a series of transactions of rupees 50,000 or more without having a bank account. And 3, if you're doing any cross-border transactions.
Got it. So KYC is mandatory in these 3 scenarios. Is it also mandatory for a customer to go to the branch of the bank in person to do KYC?
Well, there are many ways of doing KYC. 1, as you mentioned, by going to the branch.
Yes.
2, you can actually also do the same procedure over a video call with the branch official without actually having to visit the branch.
Okay. So I understand that the bank official is actually looking at the customer in these 2 methods, either in person or through a device. So these are face-to-face modes. Are there any non-face-to-face modes?
Yes, there are alternate ways of doing KYC in non-face-to-face mode by giving your documents in DigiLocker or their digitally signed e-copies.
Right.
Aadhaar OTP-based e-KYC or by giving your KYC identifier. In case of non-face-to-face modes, the account will become operational, but there might be some restrictions on credits or withdrawals.
Understood. So let's say I have done this process and I have opened a bank account. Now I wish to open an account with a different bank. Should I go through this entire process again with the new bank?
Not really. Actually, not many people are aware, but there is already a well thought out of process in place to avoid duplication of effort both for the customer as well as the bank.
This I am very interested in. What is this?
So when a bank does your KYC, all the records are stored in a centralized vault, which is known as Central KYC Records Registry, or CKYCR in short. And each customer is allotted a 14-digit unique identifier, which is called as KYC identifier. Now, any other bank which needs to do your KYC can start accessing your documents from this centralized registry. All you need to do is give them a copy of your CKYC card, which contains your KYC identifier.
That sounds very cool. How do I download this CKYC card?
Well, let me give an activity to all our listeners. We should all try and download our CKYC card by either visiting the website www.ckYcindia.in or by giving a missed call from your registered mobile number on 77990
Okay, this sounds very useful. But does this system work even when I have some changes in my information? Let's say my address or my name changed. Should I go on updating it with every other bank wherever I have an account?
No. CKYC works on the principle of do it once, use it anywhere. So once you have updated it with a bank, through the CKYC system, the information should automatically flow to all your other banks.
That's a very effective system. Now, speaking of changes in information, let us discuss about what happens when I change my address. For example, few years back, I shifted from Bangalore to Mumbai. And all my documents, my OVDs, had a Bengaluru address. And I had to open a new bank account in Mumbai. So what is the procedure in this case?
So see, this is a very practical problem. People do move, jogs, change cities, and their OVD might not be updated instantly. But the solution in this case is very simple. You submit your existing OVD along with a supporting document for your new or current address.
Okay. Which documents would serve as supporting documents?
It could be your water bill, your electricity bill, your gas bill, or a property tax receipt. Any one of these documents can be submitted, but the customer has to ensure that they submit the updated OVD with the new address to the bank in the next 3 months.
Okay, within 3 months.
Yes.
Another common scenario is a change in name of the customer. Is the procedure similar?
Yes, quite similar.
Okay.
So you give your existing OVD with your existing name along with the supporting document. In this case, the supporting document would be a marriage certificate or a notification in the Gazette. That's all you need.
Understood. So Aditya, we have established that I have to do my KYC while opening bank account. And again, if there is a change in name or address, right? Is that everything? Like, can I assume that I don't have to do KYC ever again in my life?
That's not entirely true. Banks do repeat KYC or what is often referred to as re-KYC.
Right. So, re-KYC we commonly keep hearing about. What exactly is it and why does a bank want customer to do re-KYC?
Just like KYC, re-KYC is as per the guidelines of RBI.
Right.
Think of re-KYC as a periodic health checkup for your bank account. Your documents might have expired, you may have moved. So the banks need to ensure that the information available with them is valid and updated. Hence, banks do re-KYC.
Got it. But is re-KYC also mandatory? What I mean to ask is, what happens if a customer fails to do re-KYC?
Yes, just like KYC, re-KYC is also mandatory.
Okay.
The obligation is on the bank to inform the customer 3 times before they are due for KYC and also send 3 reminders after they are due for KYC. And in both cases, they have to inform the customer by letter at least once.
Okay.
At the same time, in case a customer still is unable to do their KYC,
Right.
the bank may take appropriate action like closing your bank account.
But Aditya, should a customer do re-KYC even if there is no change in any of the details?
Well, think of it in this way, right? No change in information is also an information you need to provide to the bank.
Yes.
So re-KYC, even in case of no change in information, is mandatory, but it has been made really simple. There is a feature of self-declaration, which you can give through various modes: internet banking, mobile banking, through ATMs, through your registered mobile number or email ID. If you wish, you can also write a letter to the bank giving this self-declaration.
Got it. This self-declaration seems to be a very useful feature. But also tell us how to do re-KYC when there is a change in name or address.
In case of change in address, you can give that information in the same self-declaration. It is for the bank to verify the change as per RBI guidelines. In case of change of name, you, however, will have to do KYC again by either visiting the bank or over a video call with the branch official.
Okay.
At this point of time, I would like to highlight that customers must ensure that they're sharing their information for doing KYC or re-KYC only with the bank or its authorized business correspondents.
But why? Do you mean to say that anyone other than the bank might ask me to do re-KYC?
There have been instances where fraudsters in the name of KYC are asking customers to share their OTP, PIN, account information, sometimes even asking them to install certain applications. They try and create a sense of fear or urgency by saying your account will get blocked, your funds will be frozen. So customers must be very vigilant and ensure that they share their documents or information only through authorized channels.
This is a very important message. To reiterate, KYC or re-KYC should strictly be done only through website or application authorized by your bank and through nobody else.
Yes.
Aditya, there's a very related concept to this. It's called inoperative account. One personal example again is when I was in my college, I had a bank account and I did not use it for quite a long time. The bank told me that the account has become inoperative and asked me to do KYC again. Is that right? And can you elaborate on that?
In case you have not done any credit, withdrawals or any other banking transaction for 2 years or more, such accounts are classified as inoperative account. It is the bank's way of checking, hey, are you there? What's happening? All you have to do is you can do your KYC by either visiting the bank or with authorized business correspondents or over a video call with the branch official, and your account will be active again.
Got it. So that is another useful feature of KYC, that it can also reactivate an inoperative account. Okay. Aditya, from our discussion so far, do you think we have covered every basic information that a customer should know about KYC?
We did what is KYC,
Right.
why is KYC important,
Yes.
and how can you do KYC and re-KYC.
Perfect. I hope the listeners have learned a great deal about KYC from this discussion. Aditya, thank you so much for this engaging discussion, for all your valuable inputs, and for some very interesting and memorable analogies that you gave.
Thanks, Avirat.
And thanks to all of you for tuning into our podcast, RBI Talks, Paisa to Policy. If you like this episode, Please share it with your friends and family. Next episode will be coming very soon, so please subscribe and turn on your notifications. Until then, remember, RBI कहता है
जानकार बनिए,
सतर्क रहिए.
धन्यवाद.